Okay, folks, this is information for what you should do on Wednesday, February 27th. So you're going to need three things open. You're going to need Google Classroom. On Google Classroom, this is Wednesday the 27th assignment, and you'll see this video underneath there in case you need to rewatch anything. You will also need MakeCode open, and then you'll need mypltw.org. On mypltw.org, we are working on activity 2.1 again, so you want to make sure you navigate to that. And here's what we're doing. We are going to be, you want to scroll down a little bit. This is what we talked about yesterday, inputs. And yesterday you completed a chart for me on a Google Doc where you pulled images into a chart, and you did a little bit of research to figure out what the different inputs are that we're going to be using. So now you're going to test your knowledge on that on number 2. This is a kind of little quiz or question that you're going to take. You've got A through E here, and you're going to just drag these up to the correct spot on here, and then you're going to match them with what inputs they are. Then you'll hit submit, and it will come back and tell you how you did. So hopefully doing that research yesterday will help you know what each one of these inputs are. So once you finish number 2, you're going to scroll down a little bit, and we're just doing parts of this section, so I will tell you which parts to do. So I would like you to read the pair programming paragraph. You do not need to watch the videos down here, but I want you to be familiar with what pair programming is and the different roles that there are. You will be working individually while I'm gone, but when I come back, you will be doing some pair programming. So I want to make sure you're familiar with it. All right, so the next part of the assignment that you're going to do is numbers 7 through 15 on this section of programming inputs. And what they have you do, Project Lead the Way is going to have you open up our blinking message project that we finished on Monday, change the code, and save it as a different name. This is what I was talking about last week when I mentioned that they have you use certain projects that you've made in the past and then change them a little bit and rename them. So you want to make sure you are renaming the way this explains for you to rename things so that you'll be able to find them later. So you will essentially be creating 2 files today. One's going to be named this, which is A2_1_button_your last name. The reason they have 2 last names here is if you are working in pair programming, there'd be 2 of you. Since you are working independently, this will just be your last name. Okay. Then you will also create another file, and that one is going to be called, down here at number 15, it tells you you're going to be doing a light test one. Again, make sure you name these exactly as they have you name them, and you'll turn them in right when you finish them before the end of the hour today. This won't take you too long. So this tells you to start with your project 1.5. You're going to make a few changes to it and save it as the button test one. On here, you may have already coded yours so that it is controlled by the buttons. If you did, you really won't have to make any changes to your code, but you will have to rename it and then turn it in. Okay, so you'll want to check your code when you come in here, open your project 1-5, and they have you adjust some things so that your input is button A and button B. On here, you're going to read your instructions. You want to modify the code so that when you press button A, the scrolling message appears, and when you press button B, the animation appears. So let's switch back to mine. Scrolling message. Here's my scrolling message. I'm going to change this to A because that's what they've asked me to do. And then my animation, I'm going to find an animation and change this one to B. Okay, so I've made 2 changes to my program, the inputs. I followed what they said. So I need to change the name of this. I can name it just like they told us, A2_1. Okay, then I'm going to hit save here. Notice that it does download and make a copy for me. So you should be able to find these copies if you're on a Mac, obviously in your Finder. If you're on a Chromebook, you should be able to find them in your Downloads folder. So not a problem there. So that'll be the first one that you do and turn in today. The second one you are going to do, oh, and please answer this number 11 in this text box right here. You won't download the program on the microbit because you don't have them right now, but you'll answer this question, number 11. And then this talks you through the light sensor and how it works. And what they're going to have you do is put in some different programming. They want you to create this programming to test the light levels on the LED grid. So you're going to follow number 13 exactly as it is as far as your coding is concerned. Now, if you want to adjust what image is scrolling, I don't really care on that. But this is going to be your basic format for testing the light level, which we will do when I get back. Okay. So you're going to switch back over to Make Code. You're going to, I'm going to act like I'm at home, do a new project. Remember down here on Untitled, call it the right thing, A2_1. Okay, I'm going to hit save. It's downloading it, and I'm going to build it just like it is here. Okay, you need an if-then. These blocks are going to look perhaps just slightly different than yours because of the upgrade that they did, but you'll be able to figure it out. So you're going to build this code, then you're going to test it on your emulator, and make sure you save it, okay? And then you're going to turn it in to me. You're going to turn in 2 files on Google Classroom. You'll turn in the one that's called Button Test, your last name, and the one that's called Light Test, your last name. So that's all you have to do for me today, this hour. So you'll want to finish this up, get those 2 turned in, and then if you have any makeup work to work on, you want to do that. If you have no makeup work to work on, then you should go to code.org and be continuing on our Express course. Have a great day.